A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Welcome in, everyone. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that talk. You can look at past performance, you can look at metrics, you can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off, and from there, it's anybody's game.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
No score, Pete.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air is Richardson. Escapes the pockets. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Forced back to his right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Man in motion here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
This finds Smith. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Space to the left. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Lamar off to play fake. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Keep it moving.
Going again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. 40. Into the red zone. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
define the sound of Atlanta rap, which means he's
some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
According to annotations over here, there seems possibly referring to Gunna or his own brother. Nah, it's definitely not. He's not dissing his brother, clearly. Who both took plea deals. Gunna's maintained he has not snitched. I mean, which snitches maintained they did snitch. And it's also should be known that the condition of Thug's plea deal state that he wished to maintain contact with Gunna and his brother. So, you know, if he's talking about either one.
It's his running back. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
I guess we could watch this interview, see what the hell he's got going on. He did, like, I'll give you the spoiler a little bit because I watched some of it, like some clips. Apparently, when he did get to the Gunna question, he kind of, like, phased out. Like, he didn't really talk about it that much. But I'm wondering if some of this masked.
We started recording this. The news broke that the state of Georgia is seeking to...
Teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage.
You might not know a lot right now.
What did y'all think about the song? I'm on YouTube now, so I can't play it. Did y'all like the song? Obviously, people love the combination of Gunna, not Gunna, I'm sorry, for just it, Thug and Future. But is this song a hit?
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first
Check it a step.
That's Young Thug, but you probably knew that. Since breaking out in 2011, he's defined the sound of Atlanta rap. Young Thug was courtside at a Lakers game.
Oh, that's first. I don't feel like he was just even... I mean, science make him just like fucking reconstruct, like do something with the mask and like get a clear picture. Just like, I don't know, head scars, just have it, you know? There's gotta be like a vibe or a spiritual feeling or something that's channeling you into this place. That's just...
Thug, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. I don't like this aesthetic shit already. I'm telling you this right now. All you niggas that want to get on the Cardi elusive, like super extra weird. Not saying Thug has never been weird, quote unquote. But this like, you know, mysterious shit. Yo, Cardi's the only one that's killing the mysterious shit right now. Okay. The reason why I think Thug is probably gonna have a hard time, even if he's gonna wear a mask, on I don't want to be seen. Brother, they hauled you back and forth from a jail cell to court for 3 years or 2 years, whatever, however long it was, and we involuntarily saw it every single day. We saw when you yawned, looked like you nodded off, when you smoked some drugs. We see everything you did in that goddamn court. So for you not to be free and now you're like, yeah, I don't feel like nobody should see me anymore. All right, nigga, well, we tired of seeing your face anyway. We saw you 3 years in court, okay? And not dissing him. I'm just saying, I don't know if that elusive shit or like mysterious shit works for everybody. I think it only works
because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
A big play.
West Indy, I feel like I'm one of the biggest stars. I did a lot foundating this culture and, you know, like the new rap game that's happening right now. I'm like out of this world. That was like God, though. Not like God, no. Just like an artist. Yeah. Under God. Under God, for sure. Was there a moment when that realization arrived?
Who have first and 10?
Brown.
On the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First down throw here from Richardson. Throwing this back in the end zone. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Pat Surtain has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Lamar now from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
What are you doing?
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up.
Get it together. Hey, middle. 13.
They're going for this. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. They hit him for 5 yards on fourth down and get the successful conversion. First down, here's Lamar. Off top on his back. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Clock running, Dolphins will hurry to the line. Jackson's going to throw again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Hey, Alf, it's hot. Report. Middle.
And again, it's Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Play action now with Jackson. Falcon isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Focus.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
Ready. This is our last chance.
From the gun, Jackson. By the tight end, running that corner. Third and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. He took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
First down throw for Jackson. Escapes the pocket. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Miami. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Julian Blackman. Space, left sideline, and he's out to the races. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Jackson trying again after the pick. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Taken in by Smith. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Lamar out of the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know who roughed him up and cost him that catch.
This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, middle.
Jackson yet again. For big yards on the right side. This is down to 28 before the defense holds it. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Running left side by Jones. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. They'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Oh, we need these 3 points. Get 3 points on the board.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle.
And then worry about Nature's fate talk.
Straining what you can say and not say, but you ultimately did decide to plead guilty to 6 counts. That a difficult decision?
Absolutely. Just pleading against something you know that you didn't do, or that's not yours. It's crazy.
On the return, here's Jones. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Derrick Henry getting on the ground. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you
Getting
can see
from home,
that smile on my
something
face.
I don't want to go home.
Scientists, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all domestic? Are you in the house?
Yeah, for the most part. Like girls.
Your girls know ride a scientist, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all like on the couch watching shows?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Just like total domestic.
Sometimes you gotta come get me from where I'm at. Sometimes I don't want to go home. It's just
Down, but that is a big gain and a new set of 26. Another run for Henry. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Complete to Derrick Henry. He's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Going to the ground again on first. Getting 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Giants with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Second and 6 coming up here. Running once more with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, and they go right back to it. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Giants go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defense at all saying is make them snap it again.
First and 10.
Here we go. Stop it.
going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Manning. To the left side, OBJ is there. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Throwing now, Manning. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
You just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now Manning. Go left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. As they try to run it here. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he's in. Njoku, touchdown, Giants. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Wrap up here, boys.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 3rd down. 3 to go. Off the play fake. Jackson. got his man right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins come right back to tie it at 7.
Keep it up! Keep it up!
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Like I just like to help people, you know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah. I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
I guess that's its own form of answer. Huh?
You like to plow
I do, absolutely.
deep into things.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
That whole speech you gave me earlier, yeah, I'm new to this shit. All this shit was just cap.
Oh, no, I'm new to the cameras.
Oh. Yeah, I thought that was... I'm going to give Thug credit for this. I'm going to give Thug credit for how he answered this question about Gunna. I think someone had to tap Thug on the shoulder recently to say, hey, bro, you street dudes who used to use the audience to shame artists, that shit's not effective. You need to get over it. And I do think Young Thug, with what we care about him with, he will be way more successful if he's not fixated on trying to get people to hate Gunna. They're not going to hate Gunna. The people who weren't involved in your case, the fans, they kind of look at Gunna as a cool dude. They look at him like he didn't do nothing wrong. He's not arrogant. He seems like a good guy. And what the internet has shown is that they value people who seem to have good character, comes off not necessarily wholesome, but comes off genuine, more than people who are these like street element guys who don't do shit. And this is why I think the internet won't turn on Gunna.
A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but The offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
The toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he goes out of bounds at the 3. And from there, it's going to be...
No, I'm new to the cameras. Interviewing.
Okay.
I'm not remotely new to it.
Yeah, I thought you was going to lie because I saw you a few times.
It's just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York.
Those are the only ones I've done on camera. Do you have bigger ambitions for the label or just in general kind of going forward?
An extra point.
Yeah, we just pushing positivity, I mean, and we just going for the gusto. We trying to, like, kill the whole rap game and just, like, do it big and just help people in general, help society, help the communities we from, and just, like, be just so great, you know?
We've been walking through this insane house and we have not commented on one single thing, but I feel like we have to at least note that there's a giant bear behind you.
Like, what is this about?
Are you a taxidermy man? Do you remember how you first started rapping?
Maybe like 9, 9 years old.
Really? It's a long time though before you started making records, right?
What you mean, like making songs?
Like putting out albums. Mixtapes.
Well, I do.
It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Play action, here's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Jackson now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Play action now. Jackson. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A throw right side is intercepted. That's the safety, Grant Delpit.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. So we've reached halftime here in Jersey with the Giants on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. To break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Jackson. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. Jackson now. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion.
Like, what is that? You can touch on. I'm told by the case a little bit. I want to get to that.
For us to pay to basically get back on appeal and also get.
Okay, so this is an update on
God Project.
Nice.
And the Hands of God Project basically allows for us to pay legal fees to get prisoners that were excessively sentenced to basically get back on appeal and also get resentenced and get home.
Right.
And I send about 7 people up a month for resentencing. I give them all lawyers, all legal. The same lawyers that I use are the same lawyers that they use, so they're not getting some second-rate lawyer or anything like that.
And you're doing that from all right there.
Yeah, I'm doing it from jail. I send 7 people up, $14,000 a person every single month.
Wow.
No matter what, so I can give back because I see what kind of hellhole prison can be, and I know that if you have no, relationship with God or those type of things, it can feel like no one's here for you. And so I call it the Hands of God Project because if you feel like no one's here for you, at least you know that the hand of God is on you. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, that's what it was about. And so there's so many things that I had to come here and learn and see how people were being treated. This is modern day slavery. I want to say that as well. I've watched dudes, that have no support system, no family, no family system, nothing to support them. They put money on their books. I've watched those dudes wake up and bust their backs and work every single day for 9-hour days and make 35 cents an hour. And when they get to canteen for the month, all that money is pretty much gone, and they don't even have a lot of food. It's just like I've never seen this. It's almost like when you go to prison, you go back to like the 1960s or something. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you're being underpaid, and 35 cents is a high-paying job. Like they got jobs that's like 10 cents an hour. Like it's just bad. Like it's so bad.
35 cents is a high. That's crazy.
The highest-paying job pays $2.50 an hour. That's like you're a baller. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in the prison world, that's like, yo, you have you're Elon Musk.
Wow.
So you have to think about a hostile environment, and where I'm at, it goes by levels in California, and this is gangland. You got to remember.
So that levels thing, what is that? Like, what is that? We can touch on that real quick. What's that? What is that?
All right, so the way it works, it goes in levels. So they got level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4.
I was thinking Tori sound like you on FaceTime, man. You sound clear as fuck.
Find the perfect hotel for you on the Booking.com app. Choose from hundreds of filters and book with ease. Download the app today.
Say no jail call.
And that's the level of custody level that you're on. So basically, like, level 1 is usually like pettier crimes, or like you're about to get out, or you've been doing well enough that you're on a level 1, so you're on the most quietest, like, freest yard you got. You know what I mean? It's not a maximum security; it's more so minimum security.
Right.
Level 2 is like, okay, you're starting to bubble up now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're probably in here for robbery, things of that nature. You know what I mean? But it's ultimately you're on your way out if you're on a level 2, or you're in good feeling. Level 3 is like, all right, it's cracking now. Like, all right, this is where all, like, you're in here for shootings. You're in here for, maybe you murdered somebody. Level 4 is like, all right, you did some heinous, wild stuff, or whatever the case is.
Let's get to him talking about the case.
3s and level 4, there's all types of people. There's real life politics here. Like I said, I'm always a light, so my attitude, once you talk to him, you realize, like, nah, that's a good guy right there. Nah, everybody in prison on my side, they like, yo, we know that's bullshit.
Okay, got there. Did it take them a minute to warm up to you, to figure you out,
Nah, everybody in prison on my side, they like, yo, we know that's bullshit. They're like, we know that's bullshit. Everybody knew that was bullshit. And everybody a lot of people on the outside knew it was bullshit too, but it was just like, you know what? Tori's convicted. This is what it is. We're going to go off of this. But let's talk about this for a second, right? Let's go into this.
Okay.
I want you to imagine that they're saying that you shot a gun. You're in jail for 10 years for a gun that they're saying that you shot, right? When they go look at the GSR on the thing, they say, hey, the GSR is on 2 people. They say the GSR is on you, and they say the GSR is on another person. And then they say, well, now the GSR is on you, let's test you. Let's make sure that we DNA test you. You say, you know what? Yo, you guys can DNA test me today, tomorrow. What day would you like me to come in? I'll come in freely.
Right.
You go give your DNA test up, and when you go give your DNA test up, they tell you you're inconclusive. So all throughout your trial, they don't DNA anybody else. They only DNA you. But even though, despite the other person has GSR on them, they don't DNA anybody else. They just DNA you. And it comes back inconclusive. But you're like, yo, I never touched this gun. So at that point, you're sitting there like, why are they saying that I did this? So now it gets to a standpoint where they don't DNA anybody else. They DNA you. They say inconclusive. All throughout trial, they kept saying, hey, Tori he's inconclusive, so he's not included, but we can't say that he's excluded.
Right.
So that was what their whole argument was. Well, he's not excluded, so this is like, it's a I don't know.
I know he's convicted at this point, but I'm wondering if it's smart that Tori is even talking like this openly, publicly in the interview about the case, because I think it would then bring people into question and say, well, Tori, like, why didn't you just testify? Because I think part of the conviction here is that there was no one that gave a solid testimony that was basically, like, really backing Tori up. I mean, you could say that Kelsey tried to, but they pretty much spun her around, and she basically was just like, oh, I don't know what's going on no more. But if Tori's now talking about this situation, maybe he should test. I don't know.
Test is what the DNA test is saying. It's I don't know. It's inconclusive. It's not yes or no.
Right.
So I go to jail. I get wrongfully convicted. There's no physical evidence against me. But I get wrongfully convicted. And then this is when all the revelation comes out. This is when I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm not happy. I go tell my lawyer, yo, go get another person to go DNA this gun and go check the same DNA stats and results. Something funny is going on here. I never touched this gun.
Right.
Sure enough, they go do that. And like I said, I'm 100% excluded. 100%.
Wow.
Excluded from this gun. So I'm 100% excluded from this gun.
No question.
No question. I'm 100% excluded from this gun. There's no fingerprints of mine on this gun, on the magazine.
Yo, check. I'm also like kind of torn because I guess I'm a civilian. Because even like Tori explained the situation, bro, I'm not taking 10 years for no chick who's gonna be. Yo, you know how many niggas, motherfucking Meg Thee Stallion and Kelsey are, yo, they're sucking up the entire, like half the planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, allegedly. You get what I'm trying to say. It's like, bro, they're out here fucking and doing whatever they want with whoever, my nigga. I'm not doing time for them. And I get it, Tory might think he identifies with the streets, but you know what I would be doing, my nigga? I'm definitely getting on that stand and said, yo, I didn't shoot nobody. I took the gun out of her hand. That's all I did. She was trying to shoot her best friend. I don't care if y'all call me a snitch after that. What Tory's going through right now, Tory, you were there. Bro, like, my nigga, I'm getting on there and be like, I never shot nobody. I try to stop her from shooting her or whatever the case is. Because, like, you know, yeah, we could say everything about Tory getting set up and this and third, but, like, bro, the reason why the jury went with this, they never, like, your lawyer tried to, like, hint like, that there's another theory, but they needed someone to say it. They needed someone to say, Tory was not trying to shoot this woman. The argument that started from earlier in the day was about these two women trying to fight. They already fought, and that's when the gun got introduced. They're drunk. One was trying to point the gun at the other. I tried to break it up. That's the only way I ever got close to it. The gun went off. But I never shot nobody. I wasn't trying to shoot nobody. I'm a man. I'm a grown man. I don't need to shoot a woman. Like, I think that would have worked.
If he keeps playing the way he is, his prices are going to skyrocket, and I really need to get ahead of it. So let's go check out Whatnot and see if we can find a Wemby rookie card.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. And shoves him off at the 20. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Stewart. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. CeeDee Lamb. 73 yards. And the Steelers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because
Whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now it's Jackson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rolling to his right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Gates from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Jackson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
This might run you down on my notes. I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Past the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yo, what's good, fam?
Their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he has ideas, all types of
Just cool and getting a little rake in.
CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
I seen you running the field yesterday, my guy.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down carry for Smith. Going through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Second down and 3.
No, we changed it.
Jackson. He's got his man, Gates. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Like they're moved on with their
Yes, Sirski. Yeah, that's a good stream right there.
Being treated like an
Now Jackson. Right side catch. This is Gates. Touchdown Dolphins. Antonio Gates from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And running with power here. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Stewart. Being chased out left. Gates with a grab. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Stewart sets to throw. And that's complete to Gates. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Stewart to throw it. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devin Hester in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson to the right side and complete to Jefferson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. Through the middle of the field. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd.
Trying to give me a Super Bowl today, fam.
This time Jackson will throw it. Touchdown.
You know how we do.
From a yard out. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
They're playing a PR game.
Y'all go follow Big Drippy, man.
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And a good return, able to get out across
the woman claims that.
Yes, Sirski, man. Try to do a little something.
When he was exposed
they just put Travis Hunter and Cam Ward on this bitch a couple days ago.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Oh, that's fire, fam.
You're going to see all this, but Shannon.
Operating from the gun. Stewart. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
That's why I fought with Lamar Jackson from Pompano. Down here in Florida. Florida boys.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game.
Yes, Sirski.
For yardage, just unable to on that throw.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this.
Most deaf.
Come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They'll try and throw it with Stewart. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jason Taylor with a big-time...
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
And he goes out of bounds. The hand left. Excellent field position up across the 40.
I'll tell you what, as quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Running right, it's Irving. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. Offense up to the line fast. Right back to Irving now. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their size. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped, but can track it down for a loss on the outside.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Shotgun snap down to Richardson. Buys time, rolling right. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick-tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on second and goal.
Now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. They'll try him left side. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. His first throw is an interception. Oh, skip ball. And the 49ers bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
On first down, it's Richardson. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. Sending a receiver left. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver to the goal line. And he's brought down for a loss. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Irving. He's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. 3 yards on that carry. That leaves him facing 4th and goal. Handoff left. They need the end zone. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 13-0 lead. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action, here's Jackson. You know, it's great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down Miami. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Clock running, Dolphins will hurry to the line. From midfield on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end, running the corner. A pickup there of 39. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game before halftime. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Bronk, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I don't think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returnable from the 1. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie before halftime. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate. Yep. This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Richardson now. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal.
Let's go now.
Irving. Gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That's garbage.
Play action now with Jackson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he although he couldn't hold up, and of course, it's an incompletion.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And again, it's Jackson. This finds Smith. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lamar throwing again. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Lamar off the play fake. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They go play fake with Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
There's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Once again, Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
19 tight.
To throw, Richardson. And it's picked off, but, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Here's the give to Irving. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Touchdown, San Francisco! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play fake, Jackson. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get it back with a nice return to boot.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we